Hi friends, today we embark on another captivating journey into the shadowy world of true crime stories. Get ready to investigate, discover, and reveal the secrets of a dark and dramatic case. Are you prepared to dive into this thrilling investigation? Let's begin now.
This is the story of Martha Embrel, a beloved librarian, and the macabre events leading to her tragic end. Martha Embrel is a 46-year-old woman living in Franklin, Tennessee. She currently works as a librarian at Franklin High School, where she is beloved by students and teachers for her warm smile and enthusiasm for helping students find their favorite books. With a strong passion for books, Martha is not only a librarian, but also an inspiration to the younger generations, encouraging them to explore the world through each page of books. Outside of work, Martha also spends time on her hobby of gardening on weekends. Her garden is always colorful with meticulously cared for flower beds. She finds joy and peace in watering, pruning, and watching the flowers bloom, making her home lively and full of life. However, Martha's greatest love is her family. She is a devoted mother to 3 children, Jace, 17, and 8-year-old twins named Cricket and Boost. Martha always puts her children first, making sure they have everything they need to thrive. She regularly spends time helping her children with homework, creating a positive and warm learning environment. With a loving heart and thoughtful care, Martha is not only a mother, but also a companion, always ready to listen and support her children in every step of their growth. Martha's life not only revolves around work and family, but is also a meaningful journey where she connects with those around her through her love of books, passion for gardening, and deep family affection. Thomas J. Embrel, Martha's husband, was a successful insurance agent. Although his work is often very busy, Thomas always values spending time with his family. He and Martha regularly organize cozy dinners where the whole family shares stories of the day. Additionally, they also enjoy watching movies together, creating precious and bonding moments. Evenings together are not only a time to relax, but also an opportunity for the whole family to strengthen relationships, laugh together, and create beautiful memories. Thomas is not only a devoted husband and father, but also a companion, always ready to support Martha in raising children and building a happy home. In May 2005, Martha was busy planning a family summer vacation, planning to visit Disney World, which made the children very excited. At Franklin High School, she prepares for the day of dismissal, helps students return books, and discusses summer reading plans. Martha also organized a book fair to encourage students to read during summer vacation. Her colleagues admire her dedication and hard work, while friends describe her as kind, thoughtful, and always willing to listen and help others. Martha's house was often a gathering place for friends and neighbors, where she hosted barbecues and garden parties, served homemade dishes, and shared gardening tips. Just days before her death, Martha was happy and excited about the future. She talks about planting new flowers in her garden and planning a family trip to Disney World in the summer. However, her tragic death shocked everyone who knew her, leaving a huge void in the community. On May 18, 2005, the weather in Franklin, Tennessee was clear and cool, making it ideal for outdoor activities. Around 7:30 a.m., Thomas J. Embrel, Martha's husband, reported her missing. Martha did not come home from work the previous day, making Thomas worried by her disappearance without explanation. That afternoon, local resident and hiker Ryan Jenkins decided to take a walk in nearby Franklin Park. This is a popular location with many trails and picnic areas. As Ryan walked along a remote trail, he noticed something unusual. A shape lying in the bushes made him feel worried. He approached and discovered a horrifying scene, leaving him stunned and frightened. When Ryan Jenkins discovered the body of a naked woman in the bushes, he quickly recognized her as Martha Embrel from the local news. This discovery shocked and frightened Ryan. He trembled as he called 911, informed the operator of his discovery and waited, trying to stay calm until the police arrived. News of Martha's death spread quickly through local television channels such as WKRN and in newspapers such as the Tennessean. The community is shocked by the sudden passing of Martha, a beloved member, leaving everyone feeling scared and heartbroken. As information about the case became public, more details about the investigation gradually emerged, but the exact cause of Martha's death remains unclear. The community anxiously waited for more information from the police. At approximately 2 p.m. on May 18, 2005, when police arrived at the crime scene at Franklin Park, Detective Sarah Owens and Officer Mark Davis, who were known for their careful and thorough work, led the investigation. They approached the area where Martha's body was discovered, and the scene was very disturbing. Martha's body showed signs of a violent attack. With blood around her body and severe injuries, it was clear she had been beaten with a blunt object. Some parts of her body were also missing, which increased suspicion and anxiety. Police initially thought she might have been attacked by a wild animal after her death. Brian Jenkins, who found the body, was visibly shaken. He told the police everything he had seen and done since discovering the body. The police thanked him for his help and assured him they would look into the matter. Detective Owens and Officer Davis quickly secured the area to ensure no evidence was disturbed. They called in a team of forensic experts to gather clues. Experts use cameras to photograph the scene and special kits to collect blood samples and other evidence. To avoid contaminating evidence, they wear gloves during work. An autopsy performed by medical examiner Dr. Linda Bastardy found that Martha had been drugged before the attack. Dr. Bastardy, famous for the precision of his work, confirms the presence of sleeping pills in Martha's body. During a search of the area, police found a bloody baseball bat hidden under a nearby bush, possibly the weapon used to attack Martha. They collected fingerprints and any other DNA that could be found on the stick. The scene was very bloody, suggesting a violent struggle. Detective Owens interviewed people in the park and surrounding areas to see if anyone had seen or heard anything unusual. Several witnesses said they heard strange noises in the evening, but did not think they were related to the incident. As information about the case grew, local television stations such as WKRN and newspapers such as the Tennessean reported on the incident, causing panic in the Franklin community. Many people couldn't believe that such a terrible crime happened in their peaceful town. Detective Constable Sarah Owens reassured the public that police are doing everything possible to find those responsible for Martha's death and bring them to justice. The investigation was accelerated to solve the case and bring justice to Martha and her family. The first suspect investigated by police was Thomas J. Embrel, Martha's 61-year-old husband. Thomas worked in insurance and was known as a devoted husband and father. However, recently he encountered stress due to financial difficulties. Thomas was the one who reported Martha missing when she didn't come home from work the previous day. Detective Owens and Officer Mark Davis brought Thomas in for questioning at the Franklin Police Department. The interview room is small and quiet, with only a table and a few chairs. Thomas looked uncomfortable and tired. Detective Owens asked him to recount the events that occurred the day Martha disappeared. Thomas explained that the last time he saw Martha was when she left home to go to work in the morning. He became worried when she did not come home by dinner time. Thomas tried calling her but received no response. Then he called some of Martha's friends and colleagues, but no one had seen her. He finally reported her missing to the police early the next morning. Police also asked about the family's financial situation, noting Thomas' recent stress. He admits that they are having money problems, but insists that he could never hurt Martha. Thomas spoke about their plans for their family vacation at Disney World, expressing their desire to spend time together. Thomas's emotional state was evident throughout the interrogation. He cooperated and answered all questions, but was clearly distraught. The police also investigated if there were any problems in their marriage, or if Martha had any enemies. Thomas asserted that their marriage was strong and that they were often romantically involved with each other. He couldn't think of anyone who would want to hurt Martha. Police continued to search Thomas' office and his car for any evidence related to Martha's death, but found nothing suspicious. Thomas's colleagues described him as a hard-working and honest man, although they noticed he seemed more stressed than usual. While the investigation continued, Thomas J. Embrel remained a prime suspect, but testing of his alibi revealed that neighbors had seen him at home during the time Martha was missing. Thomas' phone records also show he tried to contact friends and family in search of Martha. While financial troubles could be a potential motive, there is no concrete evidence linking Thomas to the crime. Therefore, the police need more evidence to determine his involvement in the incident. Meanwhile, police have moved on to investigate other potential suspects. The second suspect is Samantha Riley, Martha's 27-year-old co-worker at Franklin High School. Samantha is famous for her strength and outspoken personality. It was reported that Martha and Samantha had an argument a few days before Martha's disappearance, leading to suspicion about a possible motive. Detective Sarah Owens and Officer Mark Davis brought Samantha in for questioning at the Franklin Police Department. The interview room was small and quiet, with a table and a few chairs, where they conducted the interview. Samantha seemed nervous when she entered the room, but she tried to maintain her composure. Detective Owens begins by asking Samantha about her relationship with Martha. Samantha explained that she and Martha had worked together in the school library for several years and often got along well. However, recently their relationship has become strained. Samantha said Martha began sexually harassing her with lewd comments and inappropriate behavior, causing her to fear losing her job if she reported the incident. Samantha confirmed that their argument was unrelated to this harassment. When asked about her whereabouts on the day Martha disappeared, Samantha said she had gone home after work and was alone in a small apartment nearby. Police checked Samantha's alibi, but no one confirmed she was home that night. Detective Owens asks Samantha if she had anything to do with Martha's death. Samantha becomes defensive and emotional, denying any wrongdoing. She appeared very upset about the harassment, but insisted that she never intended to harm Martha. Samantha's reaction was a mixture of anger and fear, seemingly feeling she was being unfairly accused of the harassment she had experienced. Police also searched Samantha's apartment for any signs related to the crime. Although they found no direct evidence linking Martha to her death, they discovered notes from the school about harassment complaints. Samantha's colleagues were also interviewed. Some said she and Martha were known for their worldly sense of humor and had made inappropriate comments in the past. With the investigation continuing, authorities still consider Samantha Riley the prime suspect, although there is no concrete evidence linking her to Martha's death. Suspicion over the recent conflict between Samantha and Martha keeps her on the suspect list. Samantha's colleagues describe her as a passionate but kind person who has a habit of standing up for herself and others, and no one believes she is capable of this level of violence. Therefore, the police continue to look for more clues to clarify the case. On May 21, 2005, the weather in Franklin, Tennessee became warm and sunny. Around 10 a.m., Detective Sarah Owens received a call from Officer Mark Davis informing him of new evidence in the case. Dr. Linda Bastardy, a forensic pathologist who happened to be a local jogger, noticed something unusual while running in the woods near Franklin Park. Linda regularly runs in the morning and is very familiar with the area. While running, she discovered a torn piece of clothing in a small metal box hidden under some bushes. Linda immediately called the police to report her discovery. When Detective Owens and Officer Davis arrived at the scene, they thanked Linda for her help and began reviewing the new evidence. The torn piece of clothing matched the outfit Martha was wearing the day she disappeared. Inside the metal box, they found several handwritten notes and strange drawings. These notes appear to have been written by someone in a state of distress, with the words relating to feeling trapped and wanting to escape their current situation. The dark and disturbing drawings illustrate scenes of violence and strange symbols. Detective Owens carefully packaged the evidence and brought it to the police station for further analysis. A handwriting expert was invited to compare the notes with writing samples from the people involved. The results showed that the notes were written by Jace Embrel, Martha's 17-year-old son. This discovery was shocking, as Jace had been facing serious psychological problems, often experiencing intense hallucinations and paranoia due to his marijuana addiction. Martha tried to help Jace get the care he needed, but had difficulty with insurance and healthcare services. With the new information, the police decided to question Jace again. Detective Sarah Owens and Officer Mark Davis met Jace, who was sitting in a chair looking worried. Detective Owens begins by asking Jace about his relationship with his mother. Jace described Martha as a loving and caring mother who always tried to help and understand him. However, Jace also felt pressure and stress from his mother's expectations and his own mental health difficulties. When asked about the day his mother disappeared, Jace's answers became fragmented and inconsistent. He said he spent the day at home, smoking marijuana and playing video games, but these details did not match other information in the investigation. As police continued to investigate the case, they found Jace Embrel's alibi to be unconvincing and unclear. To better understand the suspect, they decided to dig deeper into Jace's online activity. During interrogation, Jace admitted to being a member of an online community that discussed dark topics, including cannibalism. This community, with its extreme and odd views, gave Jace a sense of being understood and a place to belong. Jace's behavior during the interrogation demonstrates severe instability. Sometimes he appears calm and detached, but at other times he is clearly agitated and upset, which raises suspicions about his involvement in the case. The police decided to search Jace's room to look for more evidence. They discovered a series of disturbing drawings and notes similar to documents previously found. These drawings depict scenes of violence and strange symbols, while notes reveal Jace's deep psychological pain and fascination with cannibalism. In particular, the police also found a bloody baseball bat, a weapon that may have been the tool used in Martha's murder. When Detective Sarah Owens directly confronted Jace about his involvement in his mother's death, Jace initially denied any involvement. However, he then made a shocking statement, saying, "My mother tastes like lunch." This statement not only confirms the police's worst fears, but also indicates that Jace not only killed his mother but also ate her, believing this would give him strength and wisdom. Jace's confession, combined with the evidence collected in his room, created a clear picture of the case. Police now have sufficient grounds to charge Jace with murder. On May 23, 2005, the weather in Franklin, Tennessee, was overcast with a light drizzle, and police officially charged Jace Embrel with his mother's death. Police, including Detective Sarah Owens and Officer Mark Davis, arrived at Jace's home around 11 a.m. to serve an arrest warrant. Jace was in his room, listening to music and playing Grand Theft Auto. When the police knocked on his door and informed him of his arrest in connection with his mother's murder, Jace did not resist. He appeared stunned and confused, but did not resist and was handcuffed and led out of the house. Outside, the media gathered in large numbers, including reporters from television stations like WKRN and local newspapers like The Tenant. They covered the case in detail, unraveling the gruesome evidence in Jace's confession. The case quickly became the center of attention, shocking the community and highlighting one of the most horrific crime cases in local history. The Franklin community faces shock and pain as it confronts the cruel truth about Martha Embrel's death and her son's behavior. Severely affected by mental illness and influenced by an online community that glorifies cannibalism, Jace Embrel committed a brutal crime against his mother. During the trial, defense attorney Rachel Breezy. Kelly, a 38-year-old attorney known for her calm demeanor and ability to defend troubled youth, represented Jace. MS. Kelly argued that Jace's actions were a direct result of his serious mental illness and cannabis-induced psychosis. She emphasized that Jace needed psychiatric help instead of a harsh prison sentence. She presented evidence of Jace's long history of mental health problems, which, along with treatment efforts his mother undertook, were hindered by insurance companies and healthcare providers. Healthcare. The jury deliberated for 3 days before returning its verdict on September 15, 2005. They found Jace Embrel guilty of first-degree murder. The judge, aware of Jace's mental health issues, sentenced him to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 25 years, and also ordered psychiatric treatment. This verdict has caused mixed reactions in the community. Alan Matthews, the prosecutor of the case, felt that justice had been served, ensuring that Jace was held accountable for his actions. In contrast, Rachel Breezy Kelly expressed relief that Jace would receive psychiatric help, but she had wished for a lighter sentence. Martha's family felt sad but also relieved that the trial was over. Jace's father, Thomas Embrel, faces a tragic end, torn between love for his son and horror at his wife's brutal death. Friends and neighbors in the community felt the sentence was fair and appreciated the assurance that Jace would receive the psychiatric treatment he needed. After the trial ended, the Franklin community began the healing process. Media coverage continues to expand, and many hope that the case will draw attention to the challenges families face when seeking mental health treatment. Embrel's family received support from the community and began the long process of recovery. They continue to honor Martha's memory and cope with the tragic loss. Franklin, Tennessee, is slowly returning to normal, but the Embrel family is still grappling with their terrible loss, trying to heal and find stability in their lives. Jace Embrel, currently serving his sentence at River, a maximum security institution, continues his psychiatric treatment as part of his rehabilitation program. Although the wounds from Martha's death still sting, the Embrel family has gradually found solace in focusing on the happy moments they shared together. The solace of Martha's husband, Thomas, lay in providing a stable and loving home for their surviving children, who struggled to understand and cope with the loss of their mother. The passage of time has helped the Embrel family find moments of peace and healing amid the pain, while they continue to honor Martha's memory through acts of kindness and community service. The Franklin community has come together to fight the darkness this case has created, showing strong support throughout this difficult process. Martha Embrel's case is a stark reminder of the devastating impact of mental illness and the need to improve access to mental health care. Martha's story is not only a testament to love and heartbreak, but also a lesson in problems that can be prevented with timely intervention.
Please share your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Don't miss out on the pulse-pounding updates from true crime stories. Hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the notification bell. Stay tuned for the latest in dramatic and thrilling crime narratives that will keep you at the edge of your seat.